Peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Run the likes up. This is the livest show. I'm M.Reck for M.Reck TV. They still letting the sparks fly. Okay, Jim Jones, Dame Dash. And yeah, we going to get right into it. Dame Dash responds. Salute to the Beat 139. Go subscribe to their YouTube, but we ain't come to play no games. We going to get into the intro right after we play this clip, okay? I didn't come to play no games. Let's get it.
Fuckers down, because guess what? This is your fucking time. You are back, nigga. Because the next time we come here,
I'm gonna still be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
That's the hustle spirit.
But that was old with him and what's the name? There's no beef, right? That's just old, yeah.
I mean, put it like this. When that happened, we all had it on tape a long time ago, but collectively, it just seemed embarrassing for Harlem. And, for me, family, if we truly are family, should be kept, family fight, but the rest of the world don't need to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think, it didn't look like it went in his favor in that moment.
Facts. Let's get back to the video. It didn't look G'd up.
You know what I'm saying? But, I just felt real disrespected that he had brought some people down to even think about doing something to me. And my girl was out there, his girl was out there. But it was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. It's like being your child. So you don't be like, yo, I just spanked my kid. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying my child, but, I know him young. And it's like to see that version of him is a lot different. Like I said, his name was Jomo before Jim Jones. He became Jim Jones, but I know Jomo. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that's soft or whatever, but I know that version could not beat me. You know what I'm saying? And or at least I had to see. But either way, as a man, somebody comes to your establishment, it'd be like someone coming in here. It was the reason why when I had a barbershop, I would feel any kind of violation in the barbershop was a violation to me. Mm-hmm. Like, this is my spot. You got to take that up. And if you did something like rob somebody in my spot, now I got to come see you. And that type of stuff would happen. So I'm like, man, I get in so much trouble when I'm outside because I feel like I'd rather go out on my shield and get beat up. I have to get beat up before, especially if it ain't no guns or nothing, before I'm gonna just let somebody straight disrespect me. Yeah. Or like if somebody goes stick them up, pause like that, I gotta see the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like show me the gun. I'll give it to you, but just show me.
I'm gonna give it to you.
But just show me a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you.
Don't bluff me. But what he said, nigga, it was in his establishment. Because that just like somebody come to your house.
Well, it was a misunderstanding between Chrissy and my girl about Lady Vampire. And, it was something that happened the way they spoke to each other. But Chrissy came down first and we had resolved it because I know Chrissy. I've known her for years, way before Jim. And, then he pulled up because he called me and I kind of like hung up on him because he was popping it. And he was like, I'm coming to see you. I was like, I'll be over there. And I didn't really believe that he could ever disrespect me and bring some other people to come hurt me. Wow. I couldn't believe that. It'd be like me telling somebody to punch my uncle in the face. Wow. You know what I mean? If I got a problem with my uncle, then I just got to fight my uncle. But I ain't gonna never have no stranger, no one I don't know do that. And I just couldn't believe because he was like, yo, punch him in his face. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. So, a good thing. It's good that nothing happened because
for sure.
I'm not gonna say I'm the toughest guy in the world. Like regardless to whether I would have lost that day or not, eventually I feel like I would have won. So I felt like it wouldn't be good to jeopardize a bunch of people's lives for no reason. Like again, a real friend is never gonna send someone else to put themselves in danger. You gonna put yourself in danger before the people you care about. So I was just like, but either way, it wasn't nothing that we was all celebrating. It was like that shit was whack. It was like, we can't be the unit that we once was. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't look at my brotherhood the same. I could never, there was a time I walk into Jim's studio, Mel Matrix, they would all be there, and I have full safety. I feel trust because I would never think he would just snap a finger and say, yo, do that. Yeah. People are cool when they agree with you. Toughest niggas is the coolest niggas in the world, but once y'all get at a disagreement, it can get very disrespectful. So that's why you also have to be selective with the people you do business with, because it's like, I know how I'm gonna be if I get mad. If I know how that person's gonna be if they get mad, and I know that they get mad often, at some point I know it's not gonna work out. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
complete violation to me because I'm listening to you talk.
Now you know,
right?
the homie that just called me from the other day, he was like, "Yo, you want me to do this up?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, that was years ago." But every OG or someone that is in that level was like, "Y'all, is that done?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a violation because if I'm here, right? If I'm in my establishment, I'm pitching what you're saying, you know, and you come in and you order right, and you order some dudes to hurt me. Like, I don't even know if we can ever get back cool ever again because that's a threat, man. Like, suppose they would have did something,
right?
Suppose they would have did something.
It'd have been a bad domino.
Yeah, then that's not cool, man. Like that, you can't. That's not a light conversation. Because I see how you holding. You're strong. You have been around. You strong mentally for a street. You strong for his business. You strong for his life. I watched you. I studied you. You know what I'm saying? Because I just really met you and got the good feel for you. And I like you as a friend and as a man and as a family man. We met your family. But what I'm saying is that for your dude that you came up with to threaten you like that, I don't know if I could ever even, I can forgive you, but I ain't gonna never forget that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
So again, me and my brothers, I don't want to see nothing happen to them, but it was more like, yo, just stay over there.
Yeah.
I just needed to know what was going to happen the next time we saw each other, so I knew how to react. So that was that time I reached out to him after that, and I was like, yo, you really want to like get into it? Like, I know your son and all that, like how we, you know what I mean? You know, it just was too far gone. But we needed to know, all right, but when I see you, what is it? And we did agree, like, now we cool.
So we good money.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
There's no way that I'm gonna just like I preach that they program us to fight each other.
That's where I was going.
When I get in the program, I gotta be like cognizant that, oh shit, I'm in that program.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where you know it's wrong, but when it's you like fuck all that, and then you're a bad example. I can't do the same thing I'm telling people not to do. So I don't really profess or will have a problem with any black man at all, because that's what they want. So, you know, me and 50, that's jokes until it's not. But right now it's jokes. You know, me and Cam, Fredo, and again, that's the no Fredo. So if you're doing some sucker shit, it look like it might, you gotta be like, no Fredo. So that's the new shit, no Fredo. That's when you're doing some sucker shit, no Fredo, don't do that. But my point is, you know, I don't want to see nothing happen to him. I do feel violated because he brought my children into it, but I'm telling my hands, like, just relax, because they might do some shit I don't know. You know, I'm serious.
Please don't.
But it would be wrong.
So you off for the fair one? I heard something like that.
What, Jim?
Yeah,
and to me in Harlem or any gangster scenario, a fair one is the most manly thing you could do, because you might not like the dude, you deal with it, and you'll both go home.
That's right.
And then you respect that person. But anyone that's not willing to give a fair one, especially when it's called, they're a sucker. Don't be tough sending somebody.
That's a fact. When Dame asked him for that fair one, he should have shot the fair one. You feel me? Let's get back to the video. Run the lights up. Let's get it. Salute to the Wreck Mob. I'm taking calls.
To do your dirty work. If you have a problem, it's please but it would be wrong.
So you off for the fair one? I heard something like that.
What, Jim?
Yeah,
and to me in Harlem or any gangster scenario, a fair one is the most manly thing you could do, because you might not like the dude, you deal with it, and you'll both go home.
That's right.
And then you respect that person. But anyone that's not willing to give a fair one, especially when it's called, they're a sucker. Don't be tough sending somebody to do your dirty work. If you have a problem, it's man on man, and let's be brothers after.
Right.
And that's respectable.
That's how we grew up.
That's how we grew up.
Fair one.
So
yes, sir.
I've seen like real niggas getting real money, and a nigga that's not getting so much money, and nigga be like, yo, I need a fair. All right, take the jury off. Y'all chill out, and we do a fair one. I've had a lot of fair ones. You know, I gave a couple of
so
y'all friends. You know what I'm saying?
When you asked for the fair one, Dame, what happened? What was the reaction?
Well, homeboy,
he
was like, he didn't want to fight, and you know, I was like, yo, but you work out, you tough. What's up with all the muscles? You know, I do that to get so I can fit good in my clothes. But to me, it was just like I couldn't believe like you're gonna send some people to get into a stupid problem over nothing, and it might affect their life forever. Because I know if something happened to me, there's a lot of people that love me. It ain't gonna be it's things that become beyond your control. but also I'm not going to be able to wear that. It's going to fuck with me for the rest of my life. Like humbling me would be something I'd have to go get therapy for. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got punked and punched. That's why I whacked with Charlamagne and all of them, and McCann or Fredo got punched in the face. I'm like, how do you get punched in the face and not swing back? How do your body let that happen? Like, my body won't do that. Like, I just will be like, you know what I mean? I won't be able to control it. You know what I mean? It's like boom, boom. Like, you know what I mean? It's not even, like, did you just, you know, it was defend yourself and go ahead. Deal with that shit later. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that shows the DNA of a man. Because you don't stand down if you believe in what you're doing. You just wear it. You don't run. Like I said, somebody got the drop on you. It is what it is. Then you want to live. But if it's 2 or 3,
but we got to see that.
You know what I'm saying? I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not even running. I'm just like, yeah, you got it. You got me. Hope it was worth it. Dude, you know what I'm saying? I hope somebody catches you wearing it or whatever. I'll see it in the pawn shop.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it there. Salute to the Rec Mob. We here. Salute to the homies. You know what I mean? They reached out a while ago to interview me, and we just, at the time I wasn't doing no press. You know what I'm saying? But I told them, I said, yo, we'll get an interview and it ain't about nothing. But salute to them, the Beat 139. Subscribe to their channel on YouTube and all that. They got the exclusive. I believe Dame Dash and them, they got some type of business going on. You know what I mean? But let's talk about it real quick, man. Because that's the type of time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got a problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's really a problem, let's shoot the hands one-on-one. Like, if it's really a problem, when I say a problem, you might owe me some money. Because I don't owe nobody no money or whatever. And I'm trying to get my money back and you trying to duck me or you disrespecting me online, and I don't even play no back and forth online shit. So, I'm gonna talk to you first as a man, and if your energy ain't right, then we gonna square off. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of time I'm on. All this jumping shit, that ain't never been G'd up to me. That's like the only time when that happens is you retaliate. If somebody jumped you, then you see them out of pocket and you with your homies or entourage, you give them that same work they gave you. But all that is one dude and it's like a couple of yards. That ain't never been G'd up. And then he offered him the one-on-one. He ain't want to fight. He said, so you work out and all that. You know what I mean? Like, what's the, you work out. Like, you know what I mean? On some, like, why are you working out then if you ain't gonna fight? He said, I work out so I can look good in my clothes or whatever. So you work out as a fashion statement. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I never even heard that. That's a new one. But that explains why he wanted Dame Dash to get jumped. That explains when those 2 old white men jumped him at the airport and he couldn't really handle them. You know what I mean? You pretty much wrote a statement on those niggas and told a statement, whatever it was. You know what I mean? You, like, some niggas, this is my thing, right? It's one thing when you don't know how to fight and you ain't trying to be a tough guy, right? And I'm talking about this Jim Jones shit. You calling everybody soft, right? And the timing of everything was impeccable. Timing was impeccable because he was just calling Cam soft, Zeke soft, and all that. Hold on one second, Janie B. I'm gonna tap you in real quick. Run the likes up, Rec Marby Live. This is the livest show. I'm taking callers, and right now we got the Queen of Detroit. What up, though, Janie B?
What up, though, M.Reck? What up, though, Rec Mob? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
What's happening, Janie B? Talk to me.
Hey, me and my son was sitting up talking, and a lot of good things come out of them talks.
Uh-huh.
This nigga Jim Jones, he hating on the whole legacy that made him.
Talk about it.
He hating on the whole legacy and trying to tear down the whole thing. Think about this, M.Reck. When he said what he said about Dame Dash, he didn't mention no other names, but Dame Dash was making good money and not no couple dollars. When he was 15 years old, he was taking care of himself.
Correct.
That's laid down. Like, you can't rewrite that. That's everywhere. Okay, him and Biggs and they funded Rockefeller. So is you saying all three of them lying? Dame Dash, Biggs, and Jay-Z, they all liars?
Nah.
But that's what he's saying without saying it, if we're going to go by what he said. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like, he don't even know that he messing with, he mentioning certain names, but you dragging other names into it, even though they don't even deal with Dame Dash no more. Now you opening up a real Pandora's box.
Right.
So he might look at Dame Dash like he ain't got no money or he done fell off or whatever, but these other people ain't fell nowhere.
Correct.
And they're moving the needle behind the scenes. My thing to this is you that stupid and want to be in the algorithm that bad that you gonna ruffle all those feathers when you ain't even able to deal with 50 Cent for real? Now you got people that don't even deal with each other on the same accord.
Hey, I think stuff like this needs to happen. I'm glad that nothing happened to Dame Dash, but it's going to be
Me too.
effect with this whole Jim Jones shit. Like all this, people already, speculated that he wasn't really tough like that. But when you go around calling everybody soft, Cam soft, Zeke soft, and we know Zeke held you down, right? And Zeke said it, right, on many different occasions. And then
we knew in Detroit what happened with that situation. I've been told you about that. Like Jim Jones been a vagina.
Man, you're already. Now, salute to the homies too, man. And I mentioned them earlier. They in the building. This content come from them. Salute to the Beat 139. They in the chat room. Now, I mentioned the homies reached out to me years ago to do an interview. I supposed to have been one of their first interviews, but at the time I wasn't doing press. I was just locked in with this content. And I told them, I said, yo, when I drop another project, we can get it going. But that door is always open. They know that, I know that, but they got the exclusive. And salute to y'all. You're doing a great job over there, my brothers, and y'all kept it G'd up with me. They reached out to M.Reck early to get, an interview and all that. That door is always open. So whenever y'all want to do that, we could do that. You know what I'm saying? Probably in the next couple of weeks. Whenever works for y'all or, on both or both parties, we'll get that done. But y'all doing a great job over there, my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them because they move official. I only rock with the official. And that's why I had to just break it down like that. I ain't want to just, shouts to them. And, this footage is courtesy of them. I wanted to let the people know they moved official with me from the gate. You know what I'm saying? And we got to separate the sucker shit from, like you got the live niggas and then you got the sucker shit. We got to separate this shit. And a lot of shit get grouped in. You feel me? It's a lot of suckers on YouTube. A lot of rap niggas is suckers. Jim Jones is a sucker. I'm saying that personally. I dealt with him where, we was doing business and I did my part. I gave him, you know what I'm saying? I shot some videos. I didn't get paid. So I addressed him. I'm like, yo, Jim, what's good? And the nigga, yo, what's good? And then walked off and it was at a video set and he went, and hid behind his niggas or whatever. But I'm there. So the homies, they know me. They like, yo, Reck, yo, Jim don't want you here, this, that, and the third. So with me, I got my money the best way I knew how. I just, you know what I mean? I shot a couple of videos. I put out a whole Dipset DVD. And you already know I put it out to the streets and I ran it up. I got my money. I'm gonna get my money one way or another. You dig?
As you should. But this nigga been grimy.
Exactly. So when I speak, I'm speaking from a personal perspective. I'm not like these other niggas that they speaking from opinion. I'm speaking from knowing niggas directly. Beat 139, you know, Jim Jones. So if I say a nigga's a live nigga or a nigga's a sucker because I only call it how I see it. You feel me? I'm not gonna put no jacket on nobody. If you don't deserve that jacket, I'm not putting that on you. You feel me? A lot of these YouTube niggas, they don't know nobody. The niggas not even outside. They don't have no industry connects, and niggas just be, you know, putting snitch jackets on niggas. They be, you know, calling niggas, disrespecting niggas. To me, that's not live because you gotta come outside. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come outside. And when you come outside, you're gonna forget about them 300 videos you put out about somebody because you know, you on to the next thing. And when niggas press you, you're gonna act like you don't know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say that. But Janie B, hold that thought because there's so many people calling. You can tap back in and we gonna build. All right?
All right.
Let's get it, y'all. I'm taking calls, but we all gonna set the record straight. I got my brother David Flat in the building. Mute your audio, caller. You gotta mute your audio. I hear music. You gotta mute all that.
You talking to me, Reck?
Yeah, you live, bro.
Oh, what's going on, Reck, man? Salute to you and the Reck mob. What's good?
Salute. Everything good, brother. So what we gonna do? We gonna do a minute or less because we got a lot of people calling in, and I gotta get and I gotta get my co-host. All right. So state your name, where you calling from. Let's get it.
I'm calling from Cleveland, man. I called in before, man. My name's CJ. I'm calling in from Cleveland. Unpopular opinion. I saw the video with the Jim Jones and the kid Dame. I'm gonna tell you my personal opinion. I don't feel like Jim Jones. I think Jim Jones gave Dame a pass. I don't think he really wanted to put hands on him. I think he just wanted to go up there and scare him a little bit. I don't look at him like he went out. I think he knew he would have hurt Dame, and he got love for Dame. He didn't want to physically beat Dame up. That's what I saw.
I kind of agree and disagree. I just believe that when he was giving orders, the niggas that he was giving orders to, they didn't jump at what he was saying. That's what happened. Now, if it was some other niggas who just didn't care, because you got to think they looking at it like, yo, this is Dame Dash. Dennis is like, this is your OG. This the nigga that put you on. Then now, mind you, now if he would have had some young niggas that don't know Dame Dash, some young crash out niggas, it would have went different because they wouldn't even care. You feel me?
I totally agree with you.
Them niggas
on the one.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this. Them niggas that he had, they was of age. So they kind of knew what time it was, so to speak. But if he had some young crash out niggas, that shit would have went different.
I totally agree with you on that. On the one-on-one fade though, when he was calling him out in the street, Jim didn't want to put hands on Dame, man. He didn't want to hurt Dame. That's what I saw.
Hold on. Let's make sure we on the same page. So when Dame Dash called him out for the fair one, and he didn't want to fight, you was looking at it like Jim Jones was giving Dame Dash a pass? Like, I want to make sure we on the same page.
Yes, sir.
I disagree, bro. I disagree, but you can have your opinion. And the Rec Mob disagree, but listen, if that's what you want, what's your name?
So, and the reason I'm saying this is Dame's a little older. Me and you both know an older man. We both got OGs. We got older guys. Dame's a little older. I'm looking at it like Jim looking at this dude like, dude, I will beat the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take your old ass. That's why he said, take your old ass inside. That's what he said. I'm out though. I'm gonna let somebody else get on, man. Thank you, respect, bro.
No doubt, respect, bro. Salute. I see a lot of people calling that caller delusional, but it is what it is. Run the likes up. This is the live show. I need Harlem to tap in. You know what I mean? Run it up, run it up. This is the live show. Caller, state your name, where you calling from. You got a minute or less, or hold your breath. I gotta get.
Oh man, I always call when it's on the minute. Let's hold your breath. It's Chanel. It's Coco. How you doing? It's been a minute. Happy New Year.
Chanel, what's happening? What's going on, Coco?
What's going on?
Happy New Year.
What's going? Happy New Year to you too. Nothing.
Let me say this. Run the likes up. This is the live show, okay? And we got Chanel from the BX, right? On the line, right? Correct.
Okay.
You got the floor. You got the floor.
First and foremost, Jimmy's not from the Bronx. Stop playing. Stop playing. Damn. Okay. We got females that's TTG out here. Okay, trained to go.
Woo.
And
like
okay, like, come on now, Jimmy. I don't know, man. That don't look good. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Harlem, you gotta take this L. Sorry.
Damn.
How you bring guys? You know what I'm saying? And jeopardizing other people's lives and stuff for to jump Dane though. Really?
Yeah.
And then he call you out. Like, come on, he call you out, and you talking about some other like the other guys and stuff. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That could have been a one-on-one fade. Come on, a man call you out, man to man. Just take that.
That's a fact.
As long as there's no weapons involved and nothing like that, one-on-one, come on now. For real, we got girls that be doing that for nothing. Really? That was some girl. Not even. Come on, man. Jimmy, sorry. He all else. So and I'm from the Bronx. So, no.
Let me say this, Chanel. You on the same frequency I'm on in the Rec Mob on. That other caller, he was saying Jim Jones gave Dame Dash a pass. Like Jim Jones was going to put the beat
pass.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Pass. See, I was in the waiting room, so I didn't hear. I was on the line waiting, so I didn't get to hear about a pass. A pass of what? This is Dame.
He gave him a hallway pass.
Listen. Back in my heyday. This is back in my heyday.
He gave him a hallway pass.
Back in my heyday. If somebody called me out, and I'm a female, and I'm even fighting more. I haven't had a fight since 2008. I'm grown. I'm wiser now and everything. You know what I mean? But back in my little heyday or so, anybody call me out one-on-one, let's go. What's up?
I hear that.
Let's go. That's how we. You know how we give it up. All right, this is the boroughs. Come on now. The two livest boroughs was Brooklyn and Bronx.
Come on now.
Let's be real. And Harlem is not even known for that. To be honest with you, you get fly, get money guys. That's basically what it is. It was never known for no real. I give it up like that. Don't play with me. We about that life. It was never like that.
But I'm gonna say this: it's real niggas everywhere, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know that.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like Harlem vibe is more so they on some get fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type thing.
We know our boroughs. We know our boroughs. We know. Brooklyn was the livest. Let's be real. Like, everybody used to say, I ain't going to Brooklyn. Everybody back there was from Bed-Stuy. You know how they do. You know back in the day.
Yep.
So, or from Crown Heights or whatever, Flatbush. But Harlem is not known for that. I'm sorry, they're not known for that. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, there's a lot of guys that they do their thing and stuff. But we're talking about boroughs itself, like what they're known for. And Harlem is not known for that, but more or less Jimmy's not known for that either. And he's not even a little, he's not little, he's big. He could have done that. It just looks weird. And then you got your girl, your wife with you, standing in the middle, trying to be, rescue Jim. It looks weird. Like,
crazy.
I don't know. That ride back home, if I was Chrissy, I'd have just been looking at him with the bombastic eye, the side eye, like,
Damn.
So,
well, look.
So you was
Chanel, you more than welcome to call back. Great assessment. The people who said you cooking, call back. You can always call back. Yeah. You feel
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm here.
I appreciate you. You heard?
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
All right.
Peace.
Line's on fire, but this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta go to my co-host. I got my brother David Flat Sparks. I gotta get him on the line real quick. Yo, Flat, you there?
Yo, Reck. Shout out to the BX, man. She
Mm-hmm.
just cooked, son. Something
Yeah,
crazy. Word.
crazy.
She just cooked. She's cooked the whole meal just now, son. Know what I mean? But I
Mm-hmm.
gotta I gotta address this first. Shout out to the Rec Mob, we in the building. Shout out my brother M.Reck. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it
Mm-hmm.
real. The caller from Cleveland, he was bugging, son. What kind of weed was he smoking, bro?
Facts. Hold that door. I gotta let them know what show we on. I'm bugging. Hold on,
Yes,
because I went
sir.
right into the show. Let's get
It's
it.
your guy David Flash Sparks, aka the Mad Boxer, and this is Let the Sparks Fly, live on M.Reck TV. Let's get it.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck TV.
Yeah, Flat, we back. Pardon self, man. Since the Sparks is flying, I had to let them know we on that Let the Sparks Fly show with David Flat Sparks and M.Reck.
Yes,
Flat, you
sir.
got the floor. Run the likes up. Let's get it, Flat.
Yes, sir. Nah, son was bugging from Cleveland. What kind of weed? Know what I'm saying? Like what kind of weed he was smoking? Know what I'm saying? What they put in his weed, he talking about. Know what I mean? That Jim Jones gave Dame a pass. How? First of all, if you do your research, you know Jim Jones, he's not a fighter, bro. He can't fight. All that pull-ups and all that, that's cool. Know what I'm saying? Son be working out and all that. That's cool. But he ain't never been one known to knuckle up, son. That's why shout out to sis that call from the BX. Know what I'm saying? My lady from the BX. Know what I mean? So I already know how they give it up. We always knew and this ain't no slight to the other boroughs, but we just knew who was the loudest. Know what I'm saying? They
Fact.
get yeah, sound like the get money boroughs was always more so Queens and Harlem, like Queens and Manhattan, know what I'm saying? But the get busy boroughs, come on, son. We always knew it was Brooklyn and the Bronx. Know what I'm saying? Now, like you said, it's real niggas everywhere. Know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's real niggas in Harlem, it's real niggas in Queens, real niggas in all Staten Island, Long Island. It's real niggas everywhere. But who's known for that? Jim Jones ain't one of them, bro. Know what I'm saying? So and then I ain't gonna lie, right? I'm kind of tight, bro, because I ain't even know this situation with that you just explained when you did the footage for Son. Know what I'm saying? And Son did a sucker move. Know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know, we don't co-sign that. Know what I'm saying? We don't like that. Know what I mean? So
not at all.
word, that sucker shit. Know what I mean?
Not at
Excuse
all.
my language. Yeah, that
Nah,
sucker move.
facts. I mean, look, bro, I dealt with that man. You know, he actually reached out through Ash. You know, he's part of
Mm.
730. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And he wanted, because at the time, you know, World Star, you know what's so crazy? This ties into the whole Max B French Montana situation. Remember when
Mm.
French Montana Max B was clowning Jim Jones and Hell Rell and all those niggas
Yes,
on World
sir.
Star?
Yes, sir.
Well, he was looking at it like, you know, because French and Q from World Star had a relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
and remember, it was some footage that World Star put up. It was this nigga named you had Dope Man and I forgot the other nigga, Trash Man. It was a nigga named
Mm.
Trash Man that World Star used to put his vlogs up, and he said Jim Jones paid him to kill Stack Bundles, but he only gave him half the money. I don't know if you remember that. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
remember that, son.
So Jim Jones, he wanted a home. You know what I'm saying? So French Montana at World Star. So Jim Jones reached out to Ash, like, yo, Jim want to lock in with you. And you know, at the time, Doggy Diamonds, it was me and
Right.
Doggy Diamonds running the site. So
Mm.
he was like, he want to lock in with y'all, but me, I was locking in shooting the videos and shit at the time.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Mm.
So that was his platform, so to speak. You know, he was using our platform to respond to all the, you know, the shit that was going on at the time.
Right,
You feel
right.
me? And he was like, yo, Jim going, you know, pay y'all for your time and your services.
Mm.
So we like, all right, let's get it. And at the time, you know, Twitter was fairly new. So at the time, he was like one of the first celebrities that had 1 million followers on Twitter and I think IG, if I'm not mistaken, back then. We talking like this is like 2009, right? I believe. Was it 2009? Yeah, this is a while ago. So we like, all right, let's get it. We gonna get paid, and at the same time, you know, he gonna promote the site. We was already wavy. World Star was number one.
Fact.
He was number 2. This is a fact in the streets, hip hop. You know, you know.
Yes, sir.
Son never tweeted out the site. He never came through with the bread. I did my part. Shot those videos.
Right.
Shit went viral. World Star even ripped the video, right? For Forbes DVD and put their logo over our watermark. You know,
yeah, they was known for doing that.
There you go. So it was like he benefited off the situation because now you on Forbes and This Is 50 and World Star, even though you not feeling them. Because remember, that's when Max B went on that run. She touched it in Miami and all that. Remember, World Star was posting all those vlogs. So this is history here. When I'm telling y'all, this is real history. So when I be telling y'all shit, I'm not making up this shit. I'm not, you know, one of these niggas on YouTube on some gossip shit. Nah, this ain't gossip. I'm telling y'all real shit, real facts. And everything is documented. I could pull the videos up. You dig what I'm saying? The Plenty Money remix. You know what I'm saying? He did the Plies joint. I shot that. And it was another joint with Sin. That's what me and Sin talked about, you know, a few months ago when, you know, that whole Brona situation happened and all that. Yeah. And that's why Sin was like, yo, Rec, you family. You done shot videos for niggas and all that.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is that. So when I say what I say, I'm telling you from a real personal experience. And when niggas be like, yo, you know, that caller saying, yo, Jim gave Dame Dash a pass, that's fucking delusional. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him, but homie, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You read that totally wrong.
All the way wrong, son.
You read that totally wrong. I don't even know what channel you was on. You feel me? Everybody on the same channel. This nigga was on the motherfucking channel with the snow. You know, I remember back in the days, you was trying to find a channel and you had to
the fuzzy shit.
Yeah, the fuzzy, snowy channel. He's on that channel. His antennas broke. You know what I'm saying? He got a black and white TV. I don't even know what frequency he on. That nigga all the way gone. Like,
you know watching the TV with the knob on it, son. Know what I mean?
Yeah, son all the way gone. But you know, to each his own. You know, everybody not gonna see it the same way. It's gonna be, even if everybody see it 99%, it's always gonna be that 1% that's gonna see it totally different.
That's a fact. But the thing about here on M.Reck TV, now I'm saying what we do is we speak the truth, son. The facts, it's facts over feelings, son. Like you gotta keep in mind, Dame got hands, bro. So how is Jim Jones giving him a pass when everybody that got good sense that know what's really going? Well, maybe if you look at, and this is why you can't never judge a book by its cover, because if you probably look at them, you see Jim Jones is more muscular. Now I'm saying like things like that. So you probably feel like Jim Jones will put the beats on some, but in all reality, Dame will wash Jim Jones, son, on a one-on-one. Now I'm saying? Fast, son. Put him out.
You know that. That's why he didn't want to do the one-on-one. That's why he didn't want to. That's why he didn't want to shoot the 5. Remember, Dame said that multiple times on that melee or whatever you want to call it.
And I'm wondering where his son, like, Dame, he spared Dame when he was trying to get Son in them to, know what I mean, to jump Dame. Know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't spare him. Know what I'm saying? They had a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't want to do that because they knew it wasn't right. You know what I mean? Then like sis from the BX said, I don't know how, and we talked about this the other day, right? I don't know how Son did that in front of his lady. When you know in reality, come on, son, like Chrissy, a New York chick, she she bought that back up. Know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Facts.
Like Chanel said, on that ride home, Chrissy was giving it to him.
She cooked him.
How you gonna try to get Dame Dash jump and he's offering you a fair one? Why you didn't take the fair one? You know, Chrissy, she's old school. So she gonna give it to him in the car, and then when they have an argument,
oh my God,
you gonna smoke that nigga boots.
Flame his boots.
She gonna say, yo, nigga, don't you ever raise your voice in this house. when you didn't want to shoot Dame Dash that fair one, nigga.
That's a fact. You can't
Keep
even
on.
talk loud in here no more. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Take that bass out your voice, little nigga.
That's a fact. Yo, you wasn't talking like that when Dame when you was in front of Dame. Why you talking like that to me? Know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, come on,
Hold on
son.
one second. We gonna tap in with a caller real quick.
Let's
Hold on,
go.
caller. Hold on, caller. I got you. I'm tap you in with the people. Caller, state your name. Where you calling from? What's going on?
What's the word? Is Black from Queens. Yo, what's going on?
Hold on, Black. Hold on, Black. Black. Your phone is mad low. Yo. Black. Your phone is super low.
All right, what about now? You can hear me now?
That's a little. Yo, Black. I don't know what you got going on over there, but your phone is so low. It's almost like.
It can't be low. It's up.
Yo, hold on, Black.
You hear me now?
Yo, Black. You're not running for nobody right now, right? You good?
Hell no.
Okay. I gotta make sure because your phone ain't never been this low, bro. You know what I mean?
Word. That's what I'm saying. It can't be.
All right, look, niggas, the Wreck Mob even saying this, say, yo, that nigga hiding under the stairs right now. What's going on with you, Black? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
you hear me now?
There you go. There you go. Let's get it, Black.
Yeah. Yo, see, and y'all want Fifth to respond. Fifth don't need to respond with these idiots. Is checkmating their own self. The next one up the bat is Fab.
Yo, hold on, Black. Don't move the goalpost because it's two different things. We're talking about shooting a 5 and we're talking about bars. What we talking about right now, Black? Don't move the goalpost.
We talking about the dudes taking L's right now.
Okay. Okay, but you said Fifth ain't got to respond. He always got to respond to the bars. He always got to respond to the bars.
I'm gonna tell you, Fab got some flaws with him. You gonna talk about him getting hit in the leg years ago? Pause. You know, a basketball player in your life on his first gun charge from Brooklyn. Yeah, and Wreck, you know about that situation in front of a club. What was that? What, early 2000s? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know about that, but what I'm saying, listen, Black, we got to keep it real. I know you from Southside and all that. You repping Queens. Salute to you. Salute the Fifth. But this is hip hop, man. We ain't gonna move the goalposts. I rock with you. I know you Wreck Mob. I know you G Unit by default. I know how it goes, but we got to keep it real, Black. It's okay. It's okay, Black. All right.
It ain't okay.
It's okay.
You're chilling, man.
Yeah, that's why you laughing. That's
you trying to. All right, so I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wreck, I got a question for you.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. How long did it take Pac to respond to who shot you? And what happened when he did?
But we talking about a different time.
No. Whoa. No, because everybody got it where Fifth got to respond immediately. You don't have to. He can be on his Pac shit and just chill. Let things drop out and you just come back at him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Fifth, he don't have to have the luxury of having a window to respond, but he has to respond. He said it. He said he was going to respond when the New Year is coming.
Okay.
He
didn't say what time.
Okay.
He said he was going to respond. Just like Pac said he was going to respond to Biggie. He took his time. Yes or no?
No, you're right.
And what happened? After hit him up, hold on. Now remember, after hit him up drop, that knock who shot you right out the park. Like, come on, get that who shot you out the way. Beat it, homie. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this. Hit him up was more impactful, but if we gonna go off what was the better record, like just sonically, you know, let's not act like that who shot you wasn't some ill street shit. You know what I'm saying?
It was good, but it wasn't mainly targeted at Pac though.
You right. You're right.
It was for another rapper, 2 other rappers. It wasn't even about. And one of them was Biggie, you know, one of his Brooklyn Nights that he was going at and who shot you. He just happened to, all right, let me throw something out there real quick. Feel me?
Got you. But look, so, Black, I ain't gonna hold you. You've been on this line a good while. You know I'm only doing a minute or less because there's so many people calling. But look,
yeah. Shout out to the chat.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this. Salute to the Wreck. Before you go, I know you be calling on the behalf of 50. Tell 50 he's all good. He can call in. It's all good. Tell 50 he can call in. All right. I know what's going on. Because I know what's going on. Yeah. Tell Fifth I fuck with him. Tell him I fuck with him. Just tell him like this. Just tell him M.Reck is not a glazer. M.Reck gonna call it down the middle, Fifth. You know what I'm saying? I know how y'all niggas do. Y'all want it one way, but M.Reck gonna call it down the middle. He fuck with you. Just tell him just like that. Holla at me. All right?
All
right. So look.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, Fifth, I fuck with you, but we keep it G'd up over here, man. Run the likes up. This is the livest show. We don't do no glazing or no hating. Peace.
Nah, we don't. It's me again. It's Chanel. I'm just calling back one more time for something. I have to run it back real quick. So homie said that he gave Jimmy a pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he gave Dame a pass. So what was the point of him bringing other dudes? What was the point of that? And then when Dame called those other dudes out, why nobody caught that fade? Why nobody wanted that fade? That's all I'm saying.
Now you got a point.
Mr. Cleveland, you gotta know your boroughs. You gotta know your boroughs. All right? Anyway, have a good day, y'all.
You have a good day, Chanel. Salute. Let's get it, y'all. The line's on fire. Flat and tap back in. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some callers and flat and tap back in probably like 5 minutes or so. It's all good. I want to say this, callers. Make sure y'all hit the like button. How long we been live? We've been live like 46 minutes. We got to have 1,000 likes already because we giving y'all this great content. We letting the world tap in. And yeah, them likes need to be up. But caller, state your name, where you calling from. Let's get it. All right. I don't know what's going on with that person's phone. Next caller. All right. Run the likes up. Salute to the rec mob. The like button costs you nothing. Let's get it. Okay. Peace.
Peace, M.Reck.
What's happening, Jenny B?
I had to call back because that live we did with Cameron going at Jim Jones a while back with Mace eating popcorn.
Uh-huh.
He brought up this situation that Jim brought some people to try to jump Dame Dash, and he said he hadn't dropped the footage yet.
Correct. Yeah, we spoke on that the last live Saturday. Yeah, we spoke on Cameron, said he had the footage. That's a fact. You on point.
And then he said that he knew the people. Once Dame Dash realized he knew the guys, he was going straight at Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't even worried about the other two guys because they all knew each other.
Correct.
Jim Jones lied to them guys and told them that it was somebody else.
Cracking the code right now, Jenny B. You cooking. You cooking.
That's why the guy in the black tells him, go ahead and F him up. And he like, nah, he gonna do it. No, he ain't gonna do it. When they realize who he brought him to, it's like, why would you even do this?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much you got us looking goofy.
That's a fact. I said that earlier. I said once they saw who it was, they wasn't, trying to put no hands on Dame. Now, if he had some young niggas that didn't know who Dame was, it could have went different. You understand what I'm saying? Some crash out.
And shout out, shout out to the Chanel.
Yes.
She was correct.
Yeah.
Most of the women I know is gonna throw down at the drop of a hat. Why this nigga get a pass?
Nobody get a pass for this type of shit. Nobody. No man. Now, sucker nigga, like, I'm gonna be honest, some niggas is into the jumping shit. Like we spoke on, Saturday. Some niggas, they logic is that. Like, you gotta think, the reason why he's in the game is for that reason. He had to get jumped in the game. That's what they do. They jump niggas.
But on that footage, he say, "No, I'm not a gang member. I'm not a gangster. They are."
Well, we know the truth. Okay.
But everywhere he done got beat up by Mendici. He done got beat up by True Life. He done got beat up by some people I know in Detroit. Everywhere he go, he get beat up. He got beat up by them two white people. What make that guy from Ohio think he could beat up Dame Dash, who is a boxer, by the way?
I mean, some people are delusional. Some people are stands. It's like some people are not going to deal with truth and reality. So you gotta kind of like pardon them, so to speak, or just let them talk. But you know the truth. You know what I'm saying?
And I know plenty of people with muscles that can't fight.
Come on now. Come on. Some people, they know how to fight. Some people, they just want to flex their muscles for the girls, or like Jim Jones said, for fashion. He got fashionable muscles, I guess.
When he came out with the muscle against muscle, he couldn't even beat Shannon Sharp with that play, because Shannon Sharp told him, "I'll beat you in the gym and in a fight."
Come on now.
What you want to do?
He ain't want that smoke, because he's not built like that, and that's that. Janie,
and he's still ducking True Life right now. He still won't come outside and go nowhere True Life at.
That's a fact. Janie B, hold that thought. You more than welcome to tap in. Dope assessment as always. Appreciate you. I'm gonna take some more.
Appreciate you too.
All right. Peace. Let's get it, y'all. Salute to the Rec Mall. I got Flat back in the building, so I'm gonna chop it up with Flat real quick, and I'm gonna get back to the callers. But keep calling, because that's just how it is over here at M.Reck TV. When you get through, it's like hitting the lotto. Okay, feel very privileged, and I'm privileged that you calling. Flat, what's the word?
What's the word, bro? If my joint, the times when my joint go out like that, bro, I'm still around. I'm just not me. I'm just listening in the back, and then I tap back in when it's close to time to talk. But Janie B cook, she as always she cooked. You know what I'm saying?
As always.
Because facts. Because I remember when Cam did say that, yo, you bought these dudes up there to jump Dame, and they didn't know they was gonna jump Dame. You know what I'm saying? But when they seen it was Dame, they was like, nah, we not jumping him. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like I said, bro, moral compass. Know what I mean? Like, good thing he didn't bring no young dudes like you said, bro. Know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't a kid or wasn't a known. Know what I'm saying? Because then that'd have been crazy. If imagine 10 young lions jumping, 10 young cubs jumping Dame. Know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
man.
Come on, son. That's a bad look, son.
That would have been very bad for the city, bad look for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Then it would have got different like Dame, because a lot of people got love for Dame. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It would have got crazy.
Right.
So
You gotta keep that in mind, right? It's kind of like, not to compare. I hate to compare Jim Jones to 6ix9ine, right? But it's kind of like the same type of realm if you think about it. When you put a guy in power, now I'm saying, where he the breadwinner and he got hitters around him, cause Copper always has some real dudes around him. I mean, real dudes from Brooklyn. Word, son. Melly and all them from the Star.
Yeah,
Know
those
what
are
I mean?
homies. That's the
Facts.
Yeah, those the bros.
Facts, bro. Know what I'm saying? So he had the power because he was the breadwinner. He had the power to have them do shit. Know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you abusing your power now, son. Know what I mean? Because you got real dudes around you. Know what I mean? But you send them on dummy missions. You know what I'm saying? Bad luck.
No doubt. Facts. Great assessment, Flat. I'm gonna go to a couple of callers. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm giving them a minute. If they go over that minute, I'm clicking to the next caller, because some of these MFs be long-winded. You know what I mean?
Sure.
All right. Salute. Let's get them. Open the lines back up. All right. A minute or less, or hold your breath. Literally hold your breath. Because if as soon as it hit 59 seconds, I'm going to the next caller, man. You keep, some of y'all just be long-winded. Like, you gotta be considerate of other people, man. I'm trying to put on for the world, the city, but you gotta just follow the rules. All right. The lines is open. Call me up. 310-692-9055. I want to hear from Harlem. I want to hear from Southside. I want to hear from New York City. I want to hear from the world. Okay? But I want to hear from the people that understand what this is. When two men have issues, and with audio caller, all right, when two men have issues and those two men can't resolve them with, conversation, the next thing is resolve it physically, one-on-one. I want to make sure we all on the same page. You know what I mean? So caller, state your name, where you calling from. Let's get it.
Hey, yo, this is E from Orlando.
What's happening, E? Salute.
Hey, I'm gonna make this quick, M.Reck. Hey, yo, do you think his karma was what Jim going through from all the, like what he did to you and what he did to, Max and everybody? You think it's karma? And that's it. I'm gonna land.
It may be. It may be. You know what I mean? You got a great point. It may be. You're right.
Definitely, bro. Hey, shout out to you, Reck, and the M and the Reck mob. I'm out. I'm gonna let you get the callers get it in.
Hello, King. You're ready. Peace.
Yo, what up, Rex? This Mr. Delusional again.
Okay. I mean, you might as well run with it. Yeah.
Hey, I want to tell you, man, that was some whack shit, man, about what happened with you and Jim, man. It's kind of whack.
Nah, it definitely is. It definitely is. But for some reason your phone giving feedback.
Man, I'm out here on the road driving this truck.
All right, go ahead, speak.
I just wanted to tell you, man, if Jim would have washed Dame on that sidewalk right there, how would you have felt about that?
All right, let's do
that
this.
Would have been or because to me personally, if he'd have watched Dame, I mean, I look at Dame like, he got diabetes. He's an older man. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I hear that, but I feel like Dame is so advanced with the hands. He would have slept Jim Jones before Jim Jones would have got one off.
All right, I'm gonna keep listening to the. I'm gonna keep listening to the show, man. I'm definitely loving the show and loving what everybody got to say on there, man.
No doubt, good brother, and I love that you kept the humor. So you might as well run with Mr. Delusional because you might as well because you lit now. The world know you as Mr. Delusional. Run with it, King.
Hey man, you did that for me.
Okay, look, you lit. It's all good. I want us all to win. Even if you are delusional, I still want you to win. I want you to win in a delusional way. You feel me? Salute, King.
For sure, man. Salute to you and my man Dave Flack.
No doubt. Salute. Peace.
Hi.
Hey, what's happening? Who this?
This is Miss Spoke.
Spell that.
I'm from Harlem. I'm calling on this Jim Jones fiasco.
Okay. How you spell your name? Spell that for me.
MS Miss SPOKE.
Spoke. Okay, Miss Spoke. Okay, I like that. Okay. So
I'm from Uptown. I'm from Harlem.
Let's get it, Miss Spoke. You got a minute or less, so hold your breath. You got it.
So I know all parties. And one thing I'm going to say about Dame, and some people may not believe it or not, but he does have those hands. He was known in Harlem, and I feel like right now they're just trying to whitewash him. They're trying to erase his legacy. They're trying to erase his history and what he has established. And Jim Jones should be ashamed of himself.
That's a fact.
Because I noticed in the video that the only real gangster in the video is Chrissy.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Chrissy is the one that held it down.
Hold on, Miss Spoke.
And if you really pay attention to what's happening, he was finally invited to the Rock Nation luncheon not long ago that they had about a year or so ago. So of course, because the Rock Nation crew is not really rocking with Dame anymore, he's got to show his alliances. So he's not mentioning them in none of the fiasco that he's having. So he picks on Dame.
Miss Spoke, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Now, people in the chat room saying you sound like Chrissy. We want to make sure this ain't Chrissy. Chrissy, this ain't you, right?
Definitely not Chrissy.
Okay. Because you damn sure do
definitely
sound
not
like her, though. But go ahead, continue on.
Probably my tone and my squeaky voice, but no.
Okay.
I've been around. I'm an industry person. I've been around this music business for a long time, and I've just been watching everything. And again, I'm saying, it's a lot of whitewashing going on. A lot of people picking sides because of everything that's happening with Diddy and everything like that. And I think that they are just trying to rid Dame of his legacy that he did create. And for Jim to go on these other podcasts and say that he had nothing to do with anything, he should be ashamed of himself, because that is the person that put you on. And if you know anything about Harlem people are all about loyalty.
Correct.
And so for you to say that he had no leverage at all is terrible to say.
Man,
It's really bad.
I love your assessment. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you tap in to
I will.
live, man. Great assessment, and
I love what you're doing. Good
Thank
stuff.
you. Thank
but
you,
this
Miss.
Dame Dash thing, like, people don't count Dame out. I feel like Dame is going to rebound, and people are counting him out when they shouldn't.
I agree. Thank you. Salute.
All right.
All right. Peace. So I'm gonna go to my host real quick. Keep calling. I'm gonna get to the calls real quick. I'm gonna go to David Flat for a quick minute. Yo, Flat, man, what's your thoughts on these callers, man? The assessments. Flat, you there? He probably got to tap back in. Run the likes up anyway. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the Dame Dash clip. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the Dame Dash clip, and then I'm gonna get Flat tapped in. He probably didn't even see it either. So let me play some of this Dame Dash clip. It's kind of long, but I'm gonna get right to it. All right. So let's get it. Salute to the Wreck Mob, because I know a lot of people probably didn't see the clip. Salute to the Beat 139. Make sure you subscribe to them. Salute to my brother Rip. He sent me the link. Subscribe to Forgotten Kings TV 2.0 on YouTube. Subscribe to the Beat 139 on YouTube. That's family right there. Support them. Let's get it.
We come
He's
here.
not gonna jam, still be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
That's the hustle
But
spirit.
that was old with him and what's his name? There's no beef, right? That's just old, yeah.
I mean, put it like this. When that happened, we all had it on tape a long time ago, but collectively, it just seemed embarrassing for Harlem. And, for me, family, if we truly are family, should be kept, family fight, but the rest of the world don't need to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think, it didn't look like it went in his favor in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But, I just felt real disrespected that he had brought some people down to even think about doing something to me. And my girl was out there, his girl was out there. But it was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. It's like being your child. So you don't be like, yo, I just spanked my kid. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying he's my child, but, I know him young. And it's like to see that version of him is a lot different. Like I said, his name was Jomo before Jim Jones. He became Jim Jones, but I know Jomo. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that's soft or whatever, but I know that version could not beat me. You know what I'm saying? And or at least I had to see. But either way, as a man, somebody comes to your establishment, it'd be like someone coming in here. Was the reason why when I had a barbershop, I would feel any kind of violation in the barbershop was a violation to me. Mm-hmm. Like, this is my spot. You got to take that up. And if you did something like rob somebody in my spot, now I got to come see you. And that type of stuff would happen. So I'm like, man, I get in so much trouble when I'm outside because I feel like I'd rather go out on my shield and get beat up. I have to get beat up before, especially if it ain't no guns or nothing, before I'm going to just let somebody straight disrespect me. Yeah. Or like if somebody goes stick them up, pause like that, I got to see the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like show me the gun. I'll give it to you, but just show me.
I'm going to give it to you.
But just show me a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you
don't bluff me. But what he said, nigga, it was in his establishment. Because that just like somebody come to your house.
Well, it was a misunderstanding between Chrissy and my girl about Lady Vampire. And, it was something that happened the way they spoke to each other. But Chrissy came down first and we had resolved it because I know Chrissy. I've known her for years, way before Jim. And, then he pulled up because he called me and I kind of like hung up on him because he was popping it. And he was like, I'm coming to see you. I was like, I'll be over there. And I didn't really believe that he could ever disrespect me and bring some other people to come hurt me. Wow. I couldn't believe that. It'd be like me telling somebody to punch my uncle in the face. Wow. You know what I mean? If I got a problem with my uncle, then I just got to fight my uncle. But I ain't going to never have no stranger, no one I don't know do that. And I just couldn't believe because he was like, yo, punch him in his face. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. So, a good thing. It's good that nothing happened because
for sure.
I'm not gonna say I'm the toughest guy in the world. Like regardless to whether I would have lost that day or not, eventually I feel like I would have won. So I felt like it wouldn't be good to jeopardize a bunch of people's lives for no reason. Like again, a real friend is never gonna send someone else to put themselves in danger. You're gonna put yourself in danger before the people you care about. So I was just like, but either way, it wasn't nothing that we was all celebrating. It was like that shit was whack. It was like we can't be the unit that we once was. Like I can't look at my brotherhood the same. I could never there was a time I walk into to Gym Studio, Mel Matrix, they would all be there, and I have full safety. I feel trust because I would never think he would just snap a finger and say, "Yo, do that." Or people are cool when they agree with you. Toughest niggas is the coolest niggas in the world, but once y'all get at a disagreement, it can get very disrespectful. So that's why you also have to be selective with the people you do business with, because it's like, I know how I'm gonna be if I get mad. If I know how that person's gonna be if they get mad, and I know that they get mad often, at some point I know it's not gonna work out. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
complete violation to me because I'm listening to you talk.
Now you know the homie that just called me from the other day, he was like, "Yo, you want me to do this up?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, that was years ago." But every OG or someone that is in that level was like, "Y'all, is that done?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a violation because if I'm here, right? If I'm in my establishment, I'm pitching what you're saying, and you come in and you order right, and you order some dudes to hurt me. Like, I don't even know if we can ever get back cool ever again, because that's a threat, man. Like, suppose they would have did something.
Right.
Suppose they would have did something.
It'd have been a bad domino.
Yeah, then that's not cool, man. Like that, you can't. That's not a light conversation. Because I see how you holding. You're strong. You have been around. You strong mentally for a street. You strong for his business. You strong for his life. I watched you. I studied you. You know what I'm saying? Because I just really met you and got the good feel for you. And I like you as a friend and as a man and as a family man. We met your family. But what I'm saying is that for your dude that you came up with to threaten you like that, I don't know if I can forgive you, but I ain't gonna never forget that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
So again, they're my brothers. I don't want to see nothing happen to them, but it was more like, yo, just stay over there.
Yeah.
I just needed to know what was going to happen the next time we saw each other, so I knew how to react. So that was that time I reached out to him after that, and I was like, yo, you really want to get into it? Like, I know your son and all that. Like, how we, you know what I mean? It just was too far gone. But we needed to know, all right, well, when I see you, what is it? And we did agree, now we cool.
So we good money.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
There's no way that I'm gonna just I preach that they program us to fight each other.
That's where I was going.
When I get in the program, I gotta be cognizant that, oh shit, I'm in that program.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where you know it's wrong, but when it's you like fuck all that, and then you're a bad example. I can't do the same thing I'm telling people not to do. So I don't really profess or will have a problem with any black man at all, because that's what they want. So, me and 50, that's jokes until it's not. But right now it's jokes. Me and Cam, Fredo, and again, that's the no Fredo. So if you're doing some sucker shit, it look like it might, you're gonna be like, nah, yeah, no Fredo. So that's the new shit, no Fredo. That's when you're doing some sucker shit, no Fredo, don't do that. But my point is,
All right, let me get back to the show. You know what I mean? Dame said some interesting things about the Jim Jones situation, as well as 50 Cent and Cam. He said the new saying, if a nigga do sucker shit, is no Fredo. Flat. You there, man? You agree with that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with everything Dame was saying, man. Know what I'm saying that shit is embarrassing, bro. Know what I'm saying? Now I mean, if Jim Jones was my man, son, I would have pulled him to the side right now, or I would have hit his phone like, yo, son, I ain't even gonna lie, son. That was mad corny, son. Know what I mean? Cause we all got OGs, know what I'm saying? We all got guys that's older than us that watched us come up and all that. Know what I'm saying? I would never, first of all, as a man with morals and principles, you gotta respect your elders. Know what I'm saying? On top of that, bro, I'm not
Facts.
sending no dudes to do nothing to my man. Especially, it's not y'all don't even got beef like that, son. Know what I'm saying? It's not like y'all had some life threatening beef, and it's like, yo, we gotta really handle this, and it was never that. Know what I'm saying? That was whack, son. I ain't gonna lie, Beck. That was whack. Word, right? You there, bro?
My bad. Nah, you're right. That was whack. I had the mic muted.
Nah, it's
So
all good.
I could have did a reaction video real quick. You know, shit was
Mm.
whack, but I felt like a live, we could go more into detail. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Myself, yourself, from your
right,
perspective, my perspective, and then the people. Like these lives is needed because it's a lot of sucker shit going on,
right.
and some quick reaction uploads, you're not gonna be able to really, you know, express everything you need to express, and then you need to have different perspectives. You
Right.
feel me? I think that's why these lives is like one of the illest things that happened to YouTube and to the world because
Right.
you know, like I said, even with me, you know, this being my show,
Mm.
I'm a fan of it in many
Yeah.
ways. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Even outside of myself, I'm a
Right.
fan of hearing you. You know,
Yeah.
give a dope
Likewise.
perspective. I'm a fan of the Rec Mob giving dope
Facts.
perspectives. Janie B, songs by
Facts.
Alicia. You know, just random
Mm.
callers. Chanel. You
Right.
know, Momo. I can go on and on. Jr. I
Right.
can name multiple people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
sir.
everybody add different perspectives and have a different twist. You know
Right.
what I mean? So, and that's what's needed. You know what I'm saying? That dialogue, that
Mm-hmm.
you know, where it's not one sided. Like, and I was telling Black, I'm like, yo, I know you calling on 50 behalf. You heard when I spoke,
Yeah, I heard. I heard that.
and I know 50 right there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Tell a nigga it's all good.
Mm.
It's just not gonna be one sided over here. Ain't no glazing, ain't no hating over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Right.
I know 50 done sent other niggas over here. I'm not gonna put their names.
Mm.
It was somebody that directly was here every day.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And the Rec Mob know what it was. Somebody that was here every day.
Mm.
That ain't around no more because you know what niggas be trying to do?
What's that?
Niggas be trying to infiltrate. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Yeah, yeah. I mean, niggas be like, damn, this nigga, he really a ninja. This nigga on. You know, niggas be trying to. My first thing when niggas reach out to me or a nigga trying to get up on me,
Mm.
you know the first thing I say?
What's that?
Who sent you?
Mm.
I'm always like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always
Right.
like that. So, but the thing about these rappers, these celebrities, they want it one-sided.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They don't like platforms that have these type of discussions where it's down the middle. It's a general. They want it they way,
Right.
and to me, that's delusion at its finest too.
That's
So
a fact.
the homie that was taking up for Jim Jones, he ain't the only one delusional. These rappers and these celebrities, they just as delusional as him. You know what I'm saying? If not more. So Mr. Delusional, you know what I'm saying? So on that note, Flatter tap back in. I don't know what happened to his phone. I'm gonna go to these callers. Salute to the Rec Mall. Let me open the lines up. I gotta get me something to eat. So I'm gonna rock out another 15 minutes or so. And yeah. And I'll be live later also. I ain't come to play. Hold on, JB. Let me get you tapped in with the people. Janie B, what's happening?
I just want to say this, M.Reck. Jim Jones said Dame ain't never helped him with nothing. Right down to using pause on his platform. Dame Dash came up with that.
That's a fact.
Like he ain't had not one original thought. Everything he do, the blueprint been laid out by Dame Dash, Cam, or somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And he stole from Kanye West too. It's a long list of people that he did like he did you, M.Reck.
Yeah. I mean, but see, this is the thing. I was only there for like maybe a week, if that. And once I shot those videos, them videos went viral and I ain't get my money, I was gone. But at the same time, I got my money. If you know what I'm saying. I put a DVD.
I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying, M.Reck.
Mm-hmm.
I've been lit my whole life, but I wasn't lit on here.
Mm-hmm.
You made me lit. So why would I go somewhere and say, I didn't need M.Reck. It's not even about needing you. It's about, keeping it 100. Yeah. Like, these people didn't know me. My circle knew me. Everywhere I went, they know me. But around the world know me now for a whole nother reason.
Salute. I'm happy for that.
I appreciate it. Okay. But this nigga wouldn't have been known nowhere if it wasn't for Cameron, Mace, and Dame Dash. Even the people that's working up under him right now only with him because he's still repping Dipset. Take that logo off and see what happens.
I mean, look, think about this, right? And I was thinking about this the other day. The reason why he moving the way he moving, because it's like he acting like he don't need them no more. He acting like he don't need Cam, Dame, and all that, right? You know what he did? The Let's Rap About It podcast, that's his new family now. Not Jim Jones, Mano, Fab, Davies. Because, you know what I mean? That's the new regime in his mind. Like,
I think that was the whole plan anyway. Because Dame Dash and Cameron and Mason them treated him like he was the water boy. Cameron said to him, "We gonna keep you on the I can't quote it word for word, but I remember him saying this decades ago. We gonna keep you on every album until you figure out how to flow, rap, how you talk. Then you'll have your own niche."
Yeah,
he told this nigga that.
Yep.
So you trying to rewrite history? This nigga drug you along. And now that Cam and Mace back together, it's a big problem. The problem is he cannot cause no more chaos and confusion. He been found out.
Correct.
He can't get in between what's going on. Freaky Zeke is speaking out now. Joel Santana done said his piece. All of the people on Casa, everybody is seeing this nigga for who he really is.
Correct.
You can't be behind the scene causing chaos between the group. Cam said this a long time ago. People that we all are cool with is trying to make it play both sides, and it don't work for me. So I'm just gonna stay out of it. He said it in that blue robe that he had on.
Mm-hmm.
Now people seeing it for themselves. That Jomo is only out for himself. Yep. Cameron was the nigga that was making sure everybody ate.
Yep, that's a fact.
And I don't even get on with Cameron like that, but a fact is a fact.
Facts is facts. That's how we do over here. That's why the people love what we do. And Janie B, just know your name is ringing bells, not only in Detroit, but worldwide in the industry. They know about Janie B, from M.Reck TV. You feel me? From the D and via M.Reck TV. But look, Janie B, we got some more callers. I'm going to get to them. I appreciate you. And,
I appreciate you too. And you appreciate it.
Thank you. And I'm going live later anyway. So I'm doing another live. I'm just going to get something to eat. Probably go live in 2 hours or so. So you can tap into that as well. All right?
All right.
Peace. All right. Let me get some more callers. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. Hold on. Let's do this minute or less. Because I got to get me something to eat, y'all. So call us. State your name, where you calling from. Let's get it.
What's going on, M.Reck? What up, though?
What up, though? Salute. Salute to the homie in the chat room. He said Cam had Jomo doing cartwheels. That's a fact. What's happening, homie? Salute.
What's going on, man? Salute to you and the crew, man. I was calling
in the
reason for my call. I was
go ahead.
The wreck. My bad.
Now you good. Go ahead. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Jim don't even know it, but I think Chrissy saved his life. You know what I'm saying? She was holding Dame back and not him back. He was trying to play all cool, but it probably would have been some consequences to jumping Dame, and I don't even think he realized it. You know what I mean? And she already know from hanging with the the crew, his crew before time. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
I think it was. I think she basically saved homeboy's life, and I don't even think he knew it.
Man, good point. Good brother. I appreciate you tapping in, man. Good assessment.
For sure, man. Y'all be safe out there.
You too. Let's get it, y'all. We doing a minute or less, so hold your breath. I'm taking a few more calls. Going back to flat. these calls in. I got to get me something to eat. I'm going to go back live later, y'all. But caller, state your name, where you calling from. Let's get it.
Peace to the God, peace to the God. This Scorpio 313.
Peace,
I
God.
see you lit again. That ain't even nothing new, but I still gotta acknowledge it every day, man.
Thank you, bro.
Look, man, listen, it's looking bad right now, but I don't want to make the mistake. See, right now it looked like Jim Jones got caught throwing a rock, right? But I'm curious to what happened before that. One is, regardless of what happened, what he did was bold. It was a poor choice. You know what I'm saying? But I'm curious to what happened before that. Because even when you go back to the Nas thing, he took his shot at Nas. At first, at the first look, I'm like, man, that's some real hating stuff. But then when you start looking at all of the interviews and everything that Nas had been doing over the years, they pretty much he was sunning them. You know what I'm saying? And I know Dame could be real arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious to what happened before that. None of it justified, but on the other end of the spectrum, I think dude, he a broad, head down. Well, he do broad things. He's a man, but he does some suspect stuff, right?
No doubt.
But I think he just one of those guys that, got the always been a little boy or a little brother or been son, and he just trying to rise up, and he just went about it the wrong way. With that, I'm out of here. Peace to the God.
All right, peace to the gods. Let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna take a few more calls. Let me see what's going on. Something happened with my damn Give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna take more calls. Let me go to my co-host real quick. Flat, you there? Flat, you there? All right, I don't know. Flat, you there? All right, he probably got to tap back in and tap in. Run the likes up. We live. M.Reck TV. Make sure you hit the like button. Like button costs you nothing. We giving you the best content, and we allowing you to have a voice. Okay? All right, we got my brother back in the building, David Flat Sparks. What's happening, Flat? Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute, man. Know what I'm saying, yo, bro. I want to say this, man. Know what I'm saying, people gotta understand we all have discrepancies. Know what I'm saying, like we have our issues. Cause I caught the last caller before the StreamYard knocked me off the square. Know what I'm saying, I caught the last caller, and I hear what he's saying. It might have been the reason why and all that, but it's a certain way you handle things, man. We as men, listen, sometimes, like I said, we got to be able to move furniture. Things might get a little physical. I don't get like that with nobody I got love for. Know what I'm saying, at all. Now I mean, I rather walk away and 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 let shit simmer down than talk about it if it's somebody I love. If it's somebody I don't got love for, that's different. We could, now I mean, I'm gonna take it to the hands every time. Now I'm saying, but if you got a temper like a guy like Jim Jones, you gotta have the actions to back that up, bro. Now I'm saying, like, you shouldn't have a temper like that. Now I mean, like and be quick to get some other guys to do your dirty work. Now I'm saying, if you got a temper like that, you quick to pop off, you want some so-called gangster time or whatever. So you gotta be able to get busy, bro. Stand on your 10. Now I'm saying, like, that's just how I feel, bro. You gotta be able to stand on your 10. Like, I get it. Like like me, I came up in a neighborhood where we did the gang thing. We was young and all that, but we did that young. Once we got older, we stood on our 10. We not calling everybody up when it's an issue. Now I'm saying, we going out for Delph. Now I'm saying, we getting busy. Now I'm saying, so I just want to say that, like, yo, if you got a temper and all that, you call yourself a gangster, you gotta be able to stand on that when it come down to it, bro. And I'm gonna land my plane.
That's a fact, good brother. Great assessment. On that note, what I'm gonna do is I want everybody to make sure they subscribe to my brother David Flat Sparks YouTube. Ain't nobody giving assessments like that. And also, he got some of the most viral voiceovers. You probably hearing it. It's a voiceover he did, yesterday, man, that shit did like 1.5 in 7 hours, and a lot of you nasty niggas try to bite my man Flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to his Instagram at David.FlatSparks. You're doing yourself a disservice not following him. Shit smoking over there. When a nigga do 1.5 in 7 hours off voiceovers, you know he's special. Okay? 1.5 M's. Make sure you subscribe and you know, to his YouTube, David Flat Sparks, and make sure you follow him on IG. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna put his name in the chat room, and then also, you know, you can also donate to the brother, because he putting on. You know, he come to work. We doing this Let the Sparks Fly together, this show right here. You know, and here go his Cash App. And not only he giving you good content, but he's doing stuff for the community and the children. So support Flat. And if you need self-defense classes or training, or your son or your daughter need boxing lessons, or you need boxing lessons, holla at him. You know what I'm saying? So everything is here. So Flat, man, anything you want to say?
I mean, for the people who don't know, y'all hear my brother Reck introducing me. I'm under the direct tutelage of my brother. And I'm saying, like, this is a long time in the works. And I'm saying, like, everything that I'm doing, I learned how to do from watching my bro M.Reck. And I'm saying, so I appreciate all the help that he giving me, and I mean all the love that he's showing me. And I appreciate the Rec Mob, man. I'm saying, for inviting me in to be family along with y'all. Now I'm saying, like, and I just want y'all to know, now I mean, I'm one of them real ones. Ain't no backsliding. Now I'm saying, ain't no sucker moves here, never. Now I'm saying, till I'm out of here. Now I mean, till I go be with the good Lord above. Now I'm saying, it's always gonna be this real vibe that y'all get here. Me and my brother M.Reck, you heard?
You already, and then somebody, you know, I guess they're a troll. They're gonna say 1.5 million. Yeah, 1.5 million. Go to my page, go to his page. You're gonna see the 1.5 million. He did a voiceover yesterday. And that's, first of all, that's one of many. We got other joints that did 2 million, a couple of million. What we talking about here? Niggas is lit, like, independently. Like, you know what I'm saying? This YouTube thing, this is one platform, but niggas is smoking shit on IG, TikTok, and everything else, and just in the real world. You know what I'm saying? You go to that fucking gym, or you come outside and you talk crazy, you get your boots smoked. You get your jaw smoked.
Get your jaw smoked.
Niggas is smoking shit in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting people know, get familiar. If you know what I mean, don't just take it as some YouTube shit. Cause I know a lot of y'all see these YouTube bums and all that. Been calling them squatters. 50 took my shit. And that's another thing, Black. You didn't keep it G'd up. You supposed to call me and say, yo, Reck, 50 took your shit. You know, you want to talk about everything else. I rock with you, Black, but let's keep it G'd up over here.
Right.
Niggas been taking shit from over here a long time. All right. Salute the Fifth. Salute the G Unit, the whole South Side. But we're gonna keep it G'd up. Let's keep it G'd up. You feel me? So on that note, I gotta get something to eat. Flat gotta go do his training, do what he gonna do.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you, Flat. I'm gonna hit you behind.
Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir.
And love is love, bro. Salute.
Always, bro. Love is love. Salute.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, so Rec Mob, salute. What I'm gonna do, maybe I take another call or two just to take me out of here. So let's do this 30 seconds or less. I'm gonna take 4 or 5 callers. Let's do it 30 seconds or less. Follow the rules. Cause I gotta get me something to eat, and I got a meeting. I'm gonna do another live. So the lines is open. Let's get to it. 30 seconds or less, or hold your breath. We don't need nobody long-winded. We don't need nobody trying to give Nobel Peace Prize speech. Hold on, caller. Let me get you. Hold on, caller. Mute your audio. Caller, you gotta mute your audio. All right, so you live real quick. You got 30 seconds or less to give your assessment. Let's get it.
Yeah, my assessment is maybe the beef was brewing, and my mother used to tell me a small misunderstanding brings out true feelings.
I like that assessment, my brother. Salute.
Yeah, that could be what it is. Like They was waiting for the opportunity, and that was it.
No doubt. So
okay, and that's my 30 seconds.
Appreciate
it. All right, peace.
Peace. All right, make sure you download that Spooky Hours app in the Apple Store, Google Play Store. Okay, that's my app with my TV series, Spooky Hours. Salute to SJ. I see her in the building. Make sure you support SJ too. SJ, you can put your Cash App. She been holding me down on the moderator tip and, you know, just assisting me overall. You know what I mean? Very special talent. She got a voice like nobody and just very loyal. You know what I mean? And amongst other things, if you need some, you know, help in the mental department, because some of y'all may need that help. You know, everybody going through it. She got Royalty Life Coaching as well. Okay, she'll put that info there as well. So on that note, we'll double back later on the live. And I appreciate y'all. Make sure you're subscribed to The Beat 139 on YouTube. Subscribe to David Flat Sparks on YouTube. Make sure you follow him at David.Flat.Sparks on all social media. Follow me at M.Reck TV on all social media and my personal page at M.Reck GM. Okay. Salute to the Rec Mob. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone. Love. Make sure y'all leave those comments in the regular comment section too when it's live in. Run it up right now. Leave those comments. Let's get it. Peace. Peace, SJ. Hold on. Before I run that.
It's your guy, David Flash Sparks, a.k.a. the Mad Boxer. And this is Let the Sparks Fly, live on M.Reck TV. Let's get it.
Dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck.